Trouble now, one best them bubble now. Them say them no want the positive vibes, is a negative spell and the youths them under. If you not sing about gun and gun and what you have on them, do I hear them song, yeah. Wanna stand up for righteousness, the conquering lion from the tribe of Judah. And it no matter what them say. Hey, when I stand firm in Babylon, should I know we are the jewels of this western land. Repent and return to save this generation. We living in the last days revelation. Hey, Yahweh, please help me get out of them religion. Help me to open my mouth when I see wrong. Cause I'm an rebel, and he's an rebel. They watching, they fighting, they trying to stop me, but I'm an rebel. Them set up, them trap, them Pharisees. Give us disease and sell remedies. And then why you pay for salvation? Them digging out the poor man pocket. Credit to cash once you full them bucket. And this stash when you hide, you fi bring it. One bag of lie, they teach us in the name of Jesus. It that take a genius. We see this tricks and politics, deception. Them use fi catch man. Who to the man and build them house without foundation. Spirit of discernment make me see how we conquer the enemy. Firm in Babylon. Should I know we are the jewels of this western land. Repent and return to save the generation. Last year's revelation. Hey, Yahweh, please help me get out of them religion. Help me to up when I see wrong. Cause I'm an rebel, and he's an rebel. They watching, they fighting, they trying to stop me, but I'm an rebel. Yahweh, please help me get out of them religion. Help me to open my mouth when I see wrong. Cause I'm an rebel, and he's an rebel. They watching, they fighting, they trying to stop me, but I'm an rebel. Cause I'm an rebel, and he's an rebel. They watching, they fighting, they trying to stop me, but I'm an rebel.
The Street 919FM.com, the official station that defends the nation.
What you telling yourself? What you telling
Hey, I
yourself?
like that song.
you
Robert
telling
telling me
yourself?
that is him, but I ain't singing like Robert. Robert God say mustn't lie.
What lie?
That you?
Yeah, let go from Egypt land.
Nice song, ain't good. You produce it too?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
You know, big
I
up
love
to Chini.
it, I love it, I love
Big up to
it.
Chini Baby Master it. She mastered
Yes.
it. Big up to Dale, he worked on it. Dale from Alabama Arts.
The name of that one is Ready Up.
Yeah, ready up yourself.
Let go.
Like go.
Let go of everything that not
Good for the heart.
good
and
for
the
your
soul.
soul, good for your spirit.
And your mind.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Hey, good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, those of you who locking us down regionally.
Top of the afternoon to
And
you.
those of you who are listening and viewing us on Facebook and YouTube, all the way out there in foreign.
Yes. Why is it foreign so?
Foreign.
Why is it foreign so? What going on there?
In America,
Yeah. New York.
London.
Take.
in Canada.
Yeah.
We have people all in Singapore.
Dubai.
Dubai. Oh, good. So we're going on. First of all, I want to thank Google for holding it down. Google, this is one of the days when it doesn't really have nothing to do.
Yeah, it is. So Nation, before we get into the program, off air, Precious is saying she want to come back.
Oh gosh, why you so? I never
Yes.
died on no conversation
No.
on the air.
Yes, that's on air.
I will take off your mic. We talking private thing.
I will leave it right there.
Private thing we talking. You want to bring it on?
I'll leave it there to say it, and I will leave it there.
Oh gosh, don't do me that now.
All right, no problem.
Why you so? I just do that.
Yes, right, you. You on Google, right, you.
Watch now. My dad yesterday telling me he ain't finna pull up that mask. I don't know what's going on with this mask.
Google
because,
and I'm faulty.
because no, don't blame Google. These masks kind of are well made. The
That's
first
off
time
to
I had
Google.
on one, even somebody on the Facebook had said these are one of the best looking masks they have seen. So don't be on Google with the mask because
Alright.
Google didn't have to take its time. When Google worked 5 hours on the street 919 FM, Google still going over making masks for me, you know.
Google, let me just go be going on and doing. Your wife. Your wife.
If you want, you know, you wait and show appreciation.
I just wear my thing in my vehicle.
But what I was
you
saying-
fast.
People
Yeah,
always
yeah.
saying Precious pushing up the mask. I don't know what to do with these masks again because right now Google tied the string so tight it hurt my ears. All behind my ears hurt me. First it tight and it's still falling down.
Oh,
So
Lord. Okay, for your car breathe, eh?
I don't
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't breathe neither.
But you have a next one. Why you wear the next
Which
one?
one?
The kind of reddish. Is it?
I put that to wash.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I can put it to wash.
Yeah, you
You
can
know
put it
that's
to
how
wash.
people wear their mask 5 days and they wash it.
They don't wash the mask. It's a good thing I have a mask where I could change the inside
How
of it.
often
Yeah?
you change your filter?
Right, true.
Don't lie.
Don't put me off.
Don't lie.
Don't come for me if I ain't sent for you.
Who good now?
Today is
You
the
see-
happy vibes. Is the happy
You
vibes
see those
show.
people who wearing their mask for
Oh, they're better than
5 days straight and then washing their mask.
Oh, they're better than that. Better than
Yeah.
that. Wear and wash. Wear and wash. I feel like the minister should say that too. Wear and wash your mask.
Instead of vaccinated.
As of
right?
as of midnight tonight, wash your mask. You hear?
Love going out to everybody on the Facebook and of course everybody on,
On the YouTube.
YouTube.
Touch base on the YouTube. Let's see what's going on now.
What's going on the YouTube? Let's see what's going on the
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes. All right. Trevor is here.
The reformist Sandoman.
Sandoman is
Sandoman
here.
saying Trini is a weird place.
Just as a soldier around Granny them.
You hear what Michelle saying about Mr. Leave it there.
What you say? What she say?
Don't read that, you know. We could read it inside here. Who on YouTube don't see it already, but don't read that on air.
But Michelle is very vocal on YouTube. Eh? Michelle is always there, Superwoman.
So it's a very, very
And Betty's here. Let me just acknowledge
Hi,
Betty.
Betty.
Betty James.
Betty on the Facebook.
Yes, man.
So it's a nice day on the outside despite the Saharan dust.
Yeah.
Since Sunday, the Saharan dust have the place looking depressed
Yeah.
and dismal
Yes.
and sad. That dust, I was telling my mom yesterday, if that dust, that Saharan dust, have Trinidad looking so from quite Africa that dust coming from, then how Africa really looking?
No comment. You want
You
more comment on that?
understand? So we have the herbal doctor. We're gonna be chatting with him in a while. I remember when we had the show day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Is who gave us
What
is
you
that
call
wanted to give the show?
what's his name?
Kunji?
Kunji. He tell me go and look up what's the man name?
Shaka Zulu. You watch it?
No, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I watch it.
Kunji, if it, anyhow, I'm gonna leave that there, and I'll leave it there.
Yeah, so we have the herbalist. He'll be chatting with us in a short
short.
while. But in the meantime,
What making you so?
what making news? Well, the elderly went out today again in a more orderly fashion
First of all.
to get their vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't understand, Robert, though.
What?
In the midst of this pandemic, the murder rate. I mean, we're not really reporting on it, but it's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We done fighting up with the pandemic already. We done fighting up whether we want to believe it or not. Some people, you know, don't even have food to eat.
Yes.
And then all is still finding time to go out there and kill people. But look, we have a break now. So before we get into the show with the herbalist, we want to take some calls because I see the phone line ringing. For those of you who don't know the numbers, 3420081 771-179 and 4665391. Let's see who's there. Good afternoon. Hey, I lost you. Call us back. Call us back. I really want to know where you all mind at right now. What you all, you know, this first part of the show before we get into with the herbalist.
Yeah.
We want to hear what's on your mind.
Yeah, what's on your
You
mind?
call us and let us know what's going on with you.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Got some caller?
I don't hear you. Hello?
I hear them very softly.
Hello?
Could we get the
I'm
engineer?
hearing it from here.
Could we?
Not here.
Oh.
Yeah, I hear you. Holy line caller. Okay, hello?
You hear me now?
Yes, loud and
Yes,
clear.
yes.
Precious and Robert,
Uh-huh.
I have to apologize to you all
Mm-hmm.
For why?
because I used to listen to your program. Tempted to call, but I did not call because I know if I call, they're going to come after me.
Well, better they come after you than come after me. Yes, you go ahead.
Yesterday, I took the chance and I made a call. And as you all see, they came after me, start calling me all kind of la-di-da.
We were saying so. we were saying so.
They call me, they tell me I'm stupid.
Oh, Lord.
On this show?
No, not on the show.
Not
I
on
don't.
this show?
No.
Yes.
How to be on Pastor Google show?
I
If
didn't
I
hear them
get
call
tape, you go
you.
hear it.
How to be on Google show? Not on the
Play
show.
back the tape, or you go hear it. But Precious and Robert,
On
You know.
Google show? On Google show?
no, on all your show yesterday, they jump in the dance and start to attack me and call me all kind of la-di-da and call me stupid. And
What?
Precious tell them, no, do that. No, don't call him and
Oh,
stupid.
I
stupid.
probably the person you cut off yesterday. But we
Right.
don't entertain those kind of name calling on the show.
Right. But Precious and Robert, do you know their leader called them the same thing? Their
All right.
leader called them the same thing. So if they're calling me stupid, then all away, you don't know. I will leave it there.
Or they Mr. Livede? That Mr. Livede?
I leave it there. We leave it there. Don't really call the show and show.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Salmon, Lower Santa Cruz Valley.
Oh, I remember you
I'm
from
the gentleman.
yesterday. Yes. How
I'm the
you going?
gentleman who called yesterday.
Yes, I remember. How you going?
First thing. I'm doing okay. But when I spoke to you yesterday, the first thing I said was, I'm 76 years of age.
Yes, I remember.
Right.
That's cool. Right. And then I went on to say my experience in movements. And why I could have moved so regularly is that I had airline facilities.
Yes, I remember.
Well, then somebody called, and I went on to say how I don't like to call because some idiotic messages come across that are really able that. So I went on to say I was able to move because I had an airline facility. Boy, somebody called and told I'm using taxpayers' money. But first, I used to work with British Airways. So I didn't see how taxpayers paying any money on British Airways. I had flying facilities. Then I married a woman who worked with DWE, and I had flying facilities. I went going to tell the gentleman and advise and tell everybody, you don't use taxpayers' money to fly. Every airline, you have a perk to get a ride, subject to load. And I'll explain that to you. You have to pay the taxes on the ticket and the insurance on the ticket. You don't get a free ticket.
Exactly. It's not like it's free. You still have to pay the taxes on the ticket, yeah.
Taxes and the insurance. Right?
School.
So you know that.
I know that
And
well.
then you're subject to load. If I am in the airport and I'm going to England, the first thing, and the plane nearly full, the first thing the tag will tell you, you might have to pick up some people and figure in the range show. And if you have 100 people on the plane, that the plane could hold 100 people, you are part of the 100. And you reach, if it's a regular flyer, the air hostess and them who know you, call your relative, call by name, you might get bumped off for you. When you reach Antigua, Mr. Gentleman, and you have 100 people on the plane who, let's use enough figure, could hold 100. When they let off 10 people, so the plane down to 90, and they have to pick up 11, you know who coming off the plane? Mr. Gentleman. That is what bump off me.
You're coming off
So
first.
They come and tell them, Mr. Gentleman, so and case, and you have to get off the plane. They take your luggage and they dump you off. That is your problem. You have to get where you have to get. Either back home on the next flight that coming, the next flight coming in the morning, or you wait there and wait for the flight that coming in the evening and see without road. So, Mr. Gentleman, you don't travel free. And no taxpayers don't pay no money for no passenger. You're subject to load. So you, the person, have to understand when to fly. Like my best flying time was close to Carnival. Yeah, because the plane going up almost empty. And you're not coming back until Ash Wednesday or Carnival Tuesday. Because the plane coming down almost empty. So you have no problem in going. See, is it holiday time? Like in Libya, Easter time, to go to America? Easter time. Because you're sure to get bumped off. So, Mr. Gentleman, that's why I don't like to call Miss Lady. Because these callers, these listeners, don't know what they're talking about. No taxpayer don't pay my fare. I subject to bump off. My perks is I can get a ride. And it's not a free ride. All airlines in the world. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, caller.
You have to
Thank
bring
you
it
so
home.
much.
Yes.
So I'm glad that you know that.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
And Mr. Gentleman, I used to work with the British Airways for a long time.
Okay.
Thank
And
you so much,
British Airways-
caller. Thank you so much. I understand that, it took what one of the callers said to heart, and we allowed you your time to talk and explain yourself, but, we have plenty calls on the lines, and we
Plenty.
want to accommodate everybody, but we do appreciate your call, and we
Thanks for
understand
clearing the air on
your
that.
need
Yes.
to defend yourself.
Yes.
All right? You're ready to call it your herbalist?
Yeah, we can do that now.
We could do that.
All right, let's
So
pull on it.
hold on for the and we will be taking calls to the herbalist as well. So get ready to call him and ask him any questions. I remember when we were talking about bush the other day, a lot of people. Well, somebody was asking about the asthma bush. Somebody was asking if breadfruit leaf good to drink. So we'll have the herbalist on the phone in a while, and we will allow you to call and ask your questions. All right. So hold on for that. Okay, so we have Joel the herbalist on a line. So let's see if we could connect with him going through the speakers. Joel, good afternoon. Hello?
Hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you. Good afternoon, Joel. How you going?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm good. Joel, where you based?
Hi.
Port of Spain?
El
Dorado. Okay. So I know we had you on the show a couple of weeks before, but we wanted to get you back on the program because we had a discussion. I think it was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Where we were talking about the different herbs, that you could use to build your immune system, and we had so many questions on the Facebook. People were asking about the different bush. For example, the asthma bush. I don't even know what the asthma bush is.
Yeah.
And somebody was asking if the breadfruit leaf good to boil and drink.
Yes.
But before we get into that, let me talk me.
Oh, God,
I got the noonie.
It's nice.
I got the noonie. Let me just say it's very
Right.
different from when I made it myself, because there's a noonie tree close to my home, and I heard about all the benefits of the noonie. So I say, you know what, I go and pick a noonie from the tree, and I go in and drink my noonie. So what I did, I went up on YouTube, and I put the noonie in a bottle, and I put it in the sun for like 3 days, and I saw the juice coming out in the bottle from the noonie. But then I took the noonie. That time the noonie done smelling. You know how noonie they smell. I opened the bottle and I put it in the blender, and I blended the noonie. And Joel, if I tell you, that couldn't go down my throat. And whatever little went down, I bring it back up. But I got your noonie yesterday, and your noonie looks so different from the noonie I prepared at home. First of all, it was black.
Yeah.
But when I opened it, I said, but this thing smelling like red wine. So I said, well, okay, it's smelling like honey, all kind of thing in this thing. So I put it in my mouth, and oh good. And I nearly pass out.
You never pass on?
No, but I drink.
mean,
Because while it
pass
was
out?
smelling like wine, and I smelling a warm taste of honey.
Yeah.
When I drink, because I expecting a sweet, nice taste, because I say honey had to be in this.
Yeah.
But when I gulp it down now, I say, oh God, what is this?
Pure noonie in pure noonie.
It was strong like wine, but it tasted like apple cider vinegar kind of way. But I did take my noonie. I took a shot glass yesterday, and I remember I spoke to you last night, and you advised me the proper way to take it. So, seeing as I took a shot glass already yesterday, wait until how you advised me to take it.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, as you already started as well, you
I
could
should
just continue.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, continue.
All right, nice.
But
So
that is the pure extract. No additives, no water, no sugar. So that's just the pure fruit there in a fermented stage.
right.
And yeah.
Okay, so for the people who are listening on the outside, tell us the benefit of incorporating noonie into your diet during these times, especially.
Well, especially this time, meaning pandemic time.
Yeah.
Well, right. The noonie has a very good synergy with the stomach, with the gut, and to boost the immune system, you need to have a balanced gut. because the gut work directly with the nervous system, or let's say the nervous system work directly with the gut and the brain.
What is a balanced
Right.
gut?
Well, right. A balanced gut means that you have proper blood flow to the brain and the nerves interacting with the enzymes and the gut and the brain reaction. So digestion goes hand in hand with your rest and your sleep, right? If you're not sleeping well, then you have poor digestion. And if you have poor digestion, then you have poor nutrient intake. And then your whole body then is working at a deficiency, right? You will be lacking nutrients and so on. So you need proper sleep for rest and digest, which is like your parasympathetic nervous system. And
The para
pardon?
The para what?
The parasympathetic nervous system.
Partners.
So you have your sympathetic nervous system, which is like your fight or flight. That is what you see, like you go outside and you hear a loud noise. That part of your nervous system will get you ready, fasten the heart rate and get you ready to run as fast. So you know, sometimes you say, you know how you run so fast. This is your so that is your sympathetic nervous system. But the parasympathetic nervous system now, that is the nervous system responsible for you sleeping at night, for the thyroid glands, for the digestive process, for you in receiving all the nutrients, and the gut and the brain works hand in hand together, right? Because sometimes I tell people, think of it like your vehicle, because a lot of people could relate to the vehicles more than they could relate to their own body, sadly. But still is a way forward, right? So we say, if you had a blockage, like let's say your air filter. Your air filter is just a piece of rubber where the air would pass through for your exhaust. But you could have the best fuel in your car, the best premium. You could have the best tires, a nice polish and wax. But a simple thing like an air filter is blocked and you wouldn't be able to get speed, right? So this is like your same digestive system, or even, let's say, your respiratory system. If your respiratory is clogged up, let's say with some kind of smoke or fog, then you can't breathe. And if you can't breathe, then that's the start of most of your organs shutting down, because you need the proper oxygen and flow. You need energy, right? So the same thing with the vehicle. It's the same thing with your body. Your body is a vehicle, and for some of us, simple things like, as I was speaking to Robert the other day, he was talking about stress and energy blocking. Yeah. You know, and we might say, we might always think of it as something physical, meaning food or some sort of disease or disease, but sometimes it could be something simple as emotions, negative emotions, you know, negative emotions impacting on the gut. All right, like, you know, something traumatic happens in your life and you lose your appetite immediately, you know, you can relate to that.
Yes.
Right. So that is also the same nervous system shutting down digestive to go into a flight or fight, because this is a stressful situation. So let's just...
That's not Joel. Because this is some serious information coming out here. People, please share the live. Share the live. Take a pen and a paper and write down these things, because this is things that we just be suffering with, or everybody with hypertension, and you know, sometimes you get mad. So go ahead, Joel.
Right. So we're saying, if we just take a step back, like 1 year ago, when the country or the world by extension was faced with this pandemic, right? A lot of people went into that state of mind, into the a hyper sympathetic nervous system.
Truly, anxiety like.
Right? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We're faced with a lot of fear.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Fear of losing income, fear of losing job, fear of losing family members and loved ones due to disease, fear of losing your own life due to this disease. Right? And from going into this stage now, it's like if this is fight or flight, so you're in a hype stage, right? Which means you have less digestion, you have increased heart rate, which is the same as you just said about increase in blood pressure, right? And then now picture we going back to your same vehicle, we contrasting with the vehicle. If this is your vehicle, is like your foot on gas. You know, you can never drive with your foot pressed on the gas full 100 all the time. 100%. You must take your foot off the gas. You must tap brakes at some time. It's a balance, right? You must slow down, turn corners, and so on. Same with your body. If we don't sleep, if we don't rest, if we're not eating the right foods, if we're not digesting the foods, we running our bodies into crash
problems,
mode.
Yeah. Okay, so Joel, can you give us some remedies or some herbs that simple herbs that we could buy in the supermarket, wherever, to deal with the stress levels, like teas?
Yes. Well, firstly, before we go into herbs, I always suggest that we utilize our high vibrational foods. What I mean by high vibrational foods, fruits and vegetables. These are living foods, right? And these carry the vibration of the earth. They are still living foods, living organisms. If you leave them on your counter, they will decompose, right? If it was something inorganic, it would stay there like an ornament for years, right? So these are the foods we need in our systems to propel and continue the rate of growth and for cells, because our body is made up of cells. So we always need that replenishing, cells reproducing and replenishing itself, right? So high vibrational foods for even your mental state, because your mental state have a lot to do with the way you handle stress, the way you handle disease, the way your body fight disease. Because if you're in a stressful stage, and something confronts you, like let's say you're exposed to something, let's say it's the common cold, a co-worker or a family member has the common cold. No one else in your surroundings might get this cold, but you are in a stressful stage mentally. You're more susceptible to getting this cold from that person, because now your immune is not 100% because you're in this stage psychologically.
Yes. And
So,
we were saying that to cut you, Joel, Tuesday when we had Pastor Google in our show, he was talking about how we got COVID-19, and we had a positive mind to overcome the disease, and that is so important. Your mental is so important when you're sick, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, very, very important. The mental, and that is also reinforced by your support system, be it your spouse, your family members, your friends,
So true.
And that's why, a lot of times they have proven that people actually get cured from a placebo effect, where they didn't even use medication, they use sometimes air or water, but just the fact that the person believed that they were being treated and they had that support system, they were able to get over the disease, right? So back to what Precious was asking about the foods and herbs. So fresh fruits and vegetables, number one on the list, and clean water, right? This is enough to sustain anybody in the world.
Clean water, is the water that coming through the pipes, or better to use the bottled water? Why you laugh?
Well, yes, clean water is the water coming through the pipes, and you could also ensure by using your filters and also boiling the water as well. But yes, clean water coming through the pipes.
What about the rainwater?
Or
Because
spring
every
water.
time it rains, my dad does catch the shine bowl full of rainwater
Yes.
and then pour it
put
over
it-
in the glass bottle and just have it there. And I drink the rainwater when he catches it, and I find it is real good. But my mom does be like,
Yes.
she afraid to drink that water.
Yes, the rainwater is also good. Just make sure that the medium that you're catching it with, whether it is your roof or a bowl or a barrel, make sure that is clean. And the same thing, the same process applied. You either filter your water or you boil your water to reinforce and
Oh, so
ensure
you
that.
should, so you have to, so you should still boil the rainwater.
You could, yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying you should, but to make sure, to reinforce, especially like if your mom has doubts, you could show, well, mom, look at boiling the rainwater,
Yeah. Joe, what about the spring water?
Well, like the best water. That not the best water.
Well, yes, according to, yeah. And
Yeah, because somebody was
according to where it's from.
somebody was saying when they drink that it helps with cleansing the body.
That is actually tastes different. They actually feel different
Yeah.
in your stomach
Yes,
than
well-
that heavy water coming through the pipe.
Yeah.
Yes, well, the spring water also has minerals straight from the earth and salts, right? That is very, very beneficial to the body. I know a lot of people who live solely off of spring water. They do everything with it. They bathe, they eat, they wash their clothes. One of the main problems we have now is some farmers who use heavy pesticides and sprays, and their water goes into the water source of the spring water. But as long as you know the source of your spring water and you know it's clean and not affected by any chemical or any other sort of contaminant, then yes, I would drink spring water over any other water any day.
Okay, I just want to let the viewers and the listeners know that the phone line it is open, so you could call and ask any questions that you may have to Joel. All right, but while we're waiting on those calls, Joel, somebody had asked on Tuesday about the breadfruit leaf.
Right. Now, me personally, I've never used the breadfruit leaf, right? But most of the leaves of fruits and vegetable trees can be used, right? Most leaves, green leaves, offer a lot of magnesium in the diet, and even the same nuni leaf. Nuni leaf is so good for teas. I don't know why people don't drink enough nuni leaves. Nuni leaves is a good source of selenium. Selenium is great for the skin and the joints, right? So, yes, I would drink the breadfruit leaf. I can't say right off of the back what is the benefits of breadfruit leaf, but I'm sure because the fruit is a high-fat fruit, right? I'm sure the leaf is also very good and high in selenium as well, and other antibacterial properties and so on.
We have a call, Joel. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes.
Good afternoon, brother Roberts and Sister Precious.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, Mr. Tabakit. Joel, you hearing as well?
And
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes. Good afternoon.
welcome to the Herbalist. Now, let me
Thank you.
stick to one of the topics you had in terms of the water. I would like to ask the pastor if he would consider pipe-borne water as very acidic water. Can you respond before I move to the other question?
You heard him, Joel?
Our pipe-borne water.
He said it's very acidic.
Yeah, generally, would you say the water is very acidic to the body, and what sort of effect it will have on the kidney and the liver?
Well, any acidic water in general would lower the pH of the body. And this, once you lower the pH of the body, then you make the body conducive to disease and certain bacteria that would usually be at bay, they would be able to overgrow and create problems in the body. So this is why we need a balance in the body, especially within the pH. So the acidity in the water is something that is a total no. We should not try to ingest acidity in the water. Our pipe-borne water in Trinidad and Tobago, I must say, is very good quality, right? And it is very good quality compared to a lot of places around the world.
Right, Joel, and I think Mr. Tabakit has another question. Mr.
The follow-up
Tabakit.
question now, dear brother, since we deal with water, in terms you was discussing the food, and I think the last day, Precious and Roberts and Pastor Google, and this was one of the big pertinent questions. In terms of alkaline in the body, now let me go straight to it.
Yes.
In terms of mucus in the body, the mucous membrane,
yes,
how you see the mucous membrane having an effect on the entire body, and what would you prescribe in order to remove the mucus from the body?
Very good
and
question.
secondly, how do you twin that in terms of the acidic food? Because you started off in terms of the diet, the food. So I will come off and I'll come back on. But before I leave, let me repeat the question.
Yeah.
In terms of the mucous membrane in the body, how does it affect the body, and what food you would now prescribe to eat to remove the
mucus,
the body, the mucus, and what herbs you would recommend? I'll come back in.
Thank you so much, Tabakit.
Very, very, very good question.
Joel?
Yes.
So we start with the
Firstly,
mucus.
the body creates mucus or inflammation when there's something that doesn't belong in the body, when there's an undesirable component in the body that the body needs to protect itself from, right? So we're dealing with foods, digestible foods, right? And
which one?
Nutrient dense foods, right? We eat a lot of foods that are not digestible foods. They are palatable foods, but not digestible foods, and they have no nutrient content. So if your body is designed to absorb nutrients from the food, to give your body fuel to move and do other, or just be active, right? How now is your body going to process something that is put into this digestive system that has no nutrient content and is also even difficult to break down, right? The body is going to produce inflammation because this is like a foreign element in the body. This has no it has no nutrients, no minerals. So what it is, how the body is going to perceive this as a stress.
Right,
a stressor.
Right, Joel. And the
Right.
other question was, what herbs can you use, to fight against mucus in the body?
Right. So the first, before you're using herbs to fight mucus in the body, don't put elements into the body that would cause mucus in the first place. Right? It's like saying you want to fight alcoholism, so you would drink less. Or give you a herb that could prevent it from getting
Right.
I would say don't drink rum.
Right. Yeah.
Or high amounts of rum. So saying that to say stay away from the processed foods. Stay away from the inorganic foods. We eat a lot of dead food. Let's be real here.
Yes.
We eat a lot of food that could stay on the shelves for years without decomposing.
Wow. Okay.
So how now we putting the same food into our bodies and expecting it to do wonders for us.
We have a call on the line, Joel.
For years.
We have a call on the line.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Precious. My precious. And the Joel and to the herbalist there.
Yes, man.
What is the simplest way of using the noonie?
What's the what?
The simplest way of using the noonie and how you prepare it.
Okay,
The simplest way of using the noonie. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. The simplest way of using the noonie is using the fruit or the leaves. You can drink the leaves in any tea decoction with other leaves.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, when you boil the leaf, you would see like a web over the top of the surface of the water. That is actually the selenium at the top of the water surface there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
The noonie leaf has a lot of benefits. Also, the noonie fruit itself is a high water soluble fruit, so it would ferment water. It would ferment its own juices, right? So you know, like how in terms of the way Precious prepared it, she blended it and so on. Probably
Disaster.
that was a little extreme. But I know people who also eat the noonie fruit, and
Them
let me
are
tell you
belly
something. Nature,
Got to hold your nose.
nature is our nature.
You got to hold your nose to eat that noonie.
Nah, man. To me, noonie smell like dongs to me. I don't know if you know the dong
And
shoot.
no dongs. All by us had a dong
Yeah.
tree. That don't smell like dongs. Don't do me that. Anyway, Joel, we have to go to some ads. So what we would do is call you.
Alright.
Call you back?
Yes.
We could call you back?
Because I wanted to also clear up, still within Nicholas, what herbs you go to clear up.
So we can call you back, Joel, because we don't want to have you on the line while the ads playing.
No problem.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. So we're going to the ads, and when we come back, we continue on with the program. And of course, we're going to be reading a lot of comments
yeah, man.
that we didn't know was there. We had to
Yeah.
refresh the page, and we saw all the comments coming in.
Come
so
on, engineers.
we're going to address the comments as well. All right, so y'all keep it locked.
Yeah.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions. Or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 91 Eastern Main Road in St. Augustine. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
We love you. I'll enjoy the rest of the show. We will see you. Don't forget, on the 13th of June, Iron Blacks is going to be in IWER family. On the 13th of June, all the mark down that date. IWER Jordan Blacks will be featured on the 13th of June in IWER family. I want everybody to be there.
The man himself and his friends are inviting you to behave bad. IWER George and Friends will be live in concert. All this is going down June 13th. Don't forget the date, 2 p.m. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Come on early. Location will be announced day before. Tickets, www.stagegonebat.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets early.
This year, avoid bacteria with Seas Cleaning Supplies. Made locally superior quality, a family brand you can't deny. Detergents formulated to be better. Fabric softeners make laundry the brighter. All sanitizers are multi-purpose. So spend your pennies where to put.
Seas Cleaning Supplies is the new trusted brand for household cleaning. Visit us on Facebook and Instagram at Seas Cleaning Supplies. Place an order by calling us on 340-4610.
At Green Dot, we're making it easier for you with the all-new G-Dot customer portal. Get 24/7 access to your account from all your smart devices. View your account status, see your active services and hardware, view your balance, pay your bills, set up recurring payments, and more. Simply visit gd.tt today and register with your account number and email address to access this service. The all-new G.Dot customer portal. It's just one of the ways Green Dot is making it easier for you. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real, get that perfect smile. Beauty's in every eye. To take care of your body, we have all you need to stay healthy. Yeah, Pennywise, more to love. Yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love.
Sky is not the limit, please stay open. Be a voice for change and inspiration, yeah. Be true to yourself with every motion. Be fearless when you speak, the future's waiting, yeah. Just be, just be, just be, just be. Be mobile, just be.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Hey guys, before we get back into the program, just a reminder to HDC clients that if you make monthly payments directly to the HDC, you are reminded that you can make those payments at any SurePay payment center located at select Massey stores. You can also do a wire transfer to Republic Bank, account number 150-228-173-001, or deposit a check in the box located at the HDC head office. For more information on HDC, you can check out their Facebook and Instagram pages or their website at hdc.gov.tt. And some information for Digicel customers. What is convenience? paying your Digicel bill with your debit card on the My Digicel app. Now you can make your Digicel Plus and mobile bill payments on the My Digicel app with your Scotiabank, Republic Bank, RBC or First Citizens Bank, a Visa debit card. No need to use credit card. Digicel has made it easy to use your debit card to pay your bill, to top up, or to purchase a plan. So download the My Digicel app in your mobile app store today. And if you're not a Digicel customer and you're a B-Mobile customer, well, I have some information for you too as well. Yes, B-Mobile has made it easier for you to stay at home and still connect with them by using the Be Online, the My B-Mobile app, or by calling 824-TSTT to pay your bills and so much more. B-Mobile, you can also stay safe with easy ways to connect with B-Mobile. B-Mobile's customer experience store at Lowlands, Scarborough, Payment Center, and Chanel partner locations are open to better serve you. For a complete listing of all stores and their opening hours, visit bmobile.co.tt. All right, so we're going to get the herbalist back on the line. While we do so, just touching on the Facebook and see what's happening there. Stacy saying heard the leaves good too. She talking about the noonie leaves. And Joyce is listening all the way in Canada. She's saying good program, listening from Toronto.
Yes, man.
And Melissa is saying rainwater is all I drink as a child into a young adult. But Marcelin is saying for me rainwater tastes heavy. I don't like it.
Right, Tobago.
All right. So
yes, man.
we have him on the line?
Yes. But Precious, I must comment you on how you set in the mood, the instrumental in the background. Let's not hear it a little bit now. Yeah, let the nation hear it. Let me hear it too now.
Wait, we don't have all that time to waste. So Robert on the air. Joel
is here.
Joel, welcome back.
Yes, I'm here. Thanks.
Thank you so much for holding. Okay, we just had a call on the line, but they hung up. So call. Okay, here's a call. Let's get right into the questions. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Vanessa.
Welcome.
How can I get Joel's number? I'd like to get Joel's number, thank you.
Okay, somebody's asking for Joel's number. Well, Robert has the number because that's his herbalist.
Yeah.
So we're going to share the number, all right?
All right.
Yeah? Hello?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so people, the phone lines are open 342-0081, 771-1791, and 466-5391. Joel, I want to ask you a question.
Before you go there, let me, Joel, the last caller, I think it was Tabak, it was saying...
You didn't answer that already?
No, he was just saying, in the first place, don't put mucus into your body, such as cheese and things of that nature. But what is some of the herbs you can touch base on?
Anti-inflammatory, number one, turmeric, ginger. Most of the peppers, cayenne pepper,
garlic,
right? Garlic is another very good one. Very good. Also the allicin.
I have a bottle, a bottle with cayenne, turmeric, basil, and all these different things.
Yes.
That helps with the immune and also the mucus, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Precious, you have a question?
Yes, Joel, I wanted to ask you, a lot of people, a lot of young people and elderly people, because of the diabetes, they also suffer from the glaucoma.
Yes, glaucoma.
Right. Yeah, and I remember I was talking to you, yesterday about what bush, because they give you medication at the health centers to use when you have the glaucoma. But for instance, like my dad, he complains a lot about this medication that they have him dropping in his eyes. It burns a lot. It really, really burns.
Yeah.
And, to me, it's like it damaging his eyes more. And, I told him that I know of a herbalist, and I would have asked him what bush you could use to rub, to wash the eye with.
Yes. Now, we have a lot of bushes, not bushes, but we have a lot of herbs that remove inflammation and also decrease the eye pressure.
He complains a lot about the pressure in behind the
eyes. Yes.
Yes. There is one called Plante. It almost, yes, it is a broad leaf. It almost look like a cruciferous, like how pak choy would look to some point, right? It's very good for removing inflammation in the eye area.
Okay.
Ancestors have been using it for generations for when you have colds or you catch drafts and so on in the eyes. We also have another one called DTP.
Oh, he mentioned that now, DTP.
Yes. Right? And these are herbs that can be found in most of the backyards in the northern and southern range. Once you know the plant, you know, and most times it's really the preparation in the herbs.
Oh, it's how you prepare it.
Yes, because you don't want to like overboil it and destroy all the beneficial enzymes in the plant. But also this same turmeric is a very serious root herb, because turmeric is very good at removing inflammation, right? And if you look, if you do any research on glaucoma, one thing that a lot of people who is suffering from glaucoma or looking for information on glaucoma never really, even the doctors, they never really not consider, but acknowledge is that glaucoma is also linked to the gut health.
Oh.
Right? And when you look at the statistics of the people suffering from glaucoma, it would be older people who have slowed down a lot in their mobility and digestion, right? They're less active, they're not going out there and getting that daily sunlight and so on. And their diets have been compromised.
Joel, I'm glad you mentioned this daily sunlight. Tell the nation how important it is to get sunlight every day.
And what time and what times as well, because I believe early morning.
Explain that, Joel.
Well, early morning is the best time for most people because the sun is not at its peak in terms of temperature, so you can bear much more sunlight at that time. Up to, let's say, the hours of 8:30. So even an elderly person can get a lot of sunlight in between the hours of, let's say, 7 to 9:30. That is 2.5 hours, daily. That should be sufficient enough to aid with the production of the vitamin D. And we need vitamin D for calcium production and all these things. And you tend to see even in the older folks, their calcium levels are way below standard. That's why they get brittle bones and so on. And even for your eyesight, our lifestyle today is a lot of indoors and screens, right? So we look at a lot of artificial light, a lot of blue light, but we rarely get the sunlight in our eyes. And truly look at it, it's so simple. A simple warmth from the sun could increase blood flow, right? In your entire body. Just the simple warmth from the sun, right? Look at how much some people never even have not gone outside for 10 minutes. So from either their homes or their offices in AC, they jump into the vehicle in more AC, and then they get into the house in more AC or fans or what have you, and they never really get that warmth. And then we complain about blood circulation when for an entire day you have been inactive, you didn't exercise, and you didn't even get the sufficient warmth your body needs. And your body needs that for circulation. Simple, you need circulation, you need oxygen into the bloodstream. So these are some of the things that they're so basic, but yet still neglected in our everyday life.
We have a call on the line, Joel.
Yes, Joel, and
yes.
I didn't get the answer how you use the nuni juice, how you deal with it, how you prepare it.
Right. Yeah, the nuni juice, you set your nuni juice. You put your nuni juice in a container, you bottle, you don't add any water to it, and you leave it for a time. The thing is that you're fermenting. Fermenting is a process, right? You could ferment any fruit or vegetable, not only nuni. The thing about nuni is that it's so water soluble, it springs its own water. You need a clean surface, clean container, right? Airtight, and the only time you expose it to air is when it's already broken down. If you, by opening it before time, it will contaminate the whole process, right? And it's actually the yeast that is eating the sugars in the fruit and breaking down the fruit. And that's how we get the beneficial enzymes in the fruit. And the liquid can be used as a probiotic and an aid, a digestive aid for a lot of digestive issues, especially things like PCOS and these things. It's very effective. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay. All right then. We're using another speaker, so I'm hearing you. Yes, as you were saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes, you're hearing me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could. So, well, I don't know where you got cut off from.
Oh, you was talking about the nuni is very water soluble. So you put it in the jar and it springs its own water. That's as far as I heard before the speaker cut off.
Right. And yeah. So that's it basically.
Okay, I want to take another call. We have plenty calls on the line. So let me take our next caller, right? Welcome.
Right.
Hello.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Tabakit here.
Yes, Mr. Tabakit.
Okay, the herbalist know his stuff. Now, one of the bush he mentioned before as he was talking about the eyes, he talked about DTPE. Now, DTPE is good generally to clean the entire body to draw it. But I want to draw something to the herbalist's attention based upon with your father. Would he recommend bilberry and vitamin A? Because if there is bleeding in the back of the eyes, which means there is a problem with the retina. Yeah? So, Sister Precious, you know if there is internal bleeding behind the eyes?
Well, his eyes always blood red.
Yeah, let's check that out.
Right. Well, let me, he can consult with me, the herbalist there, and I want to ask him what is his opinion on bilberry and vitamin A to use for the eyes. Yeah? And one more thing, in terms of glaucoma, I want to advise senior citizens and anybody using dye that interferes with the eye, and that also, you remember, cataract lead to all of these things, eh?
Mm.
So I think the herbalist could correct here. Cataract lead to all these things because the dye that a lot of people use in the head interfere with the eyes too. But I don't want to stray too much.
Yeah.
But I want you to ask the herbalist in terms of bilberry and vitamin A. So what I would recommend for your father is
bilberry. Oh, okay.
Bilberry and vitamin A. I'll come off and he could take it off from there and tell me what's his opinion on those two things.
Okay.
Bilberry and vitamin A.
Yeah.
Okay. Bilberry.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bilberry is also effective. Yes, we don't produce bilberry in Trinidad. right? But it's also effective. What goes on now with most cases with the glaucoma, people, when the glaucoma reach a certain stage, that's when people try treating it with all the alternative and also the pharmaceuticals. But glaucoma should also be a preventative method towards an approach to glaucoma, which is treating the gut and the body properly, because a lot of these remedies and therapies, they would work to some extent, but they would never, well, I shouldn't say they would never, but it's harder for it to get under control when it reaches a certain stage.
Right.
You know?
But once you have diabetes, you're just not going to get the glaucoma?
No. Once you have diabetes, you would not get glaucoma. I don't understand.
Okay, no. I always thought that, once you're diabetic, you're gonna get glaucoma in your eye.
You wouldn't know.
I thought so.
No.
But Mr. Tabaki's other question was the vitamin A. I know that good for your skin to keep away wrinkles and so on. Retinol.
Very beneficial. Very beneficial.
You know your thing.
Hello?
Yeah, we're listening.
Right. Very beneficial. And another, what I was just saying with the glaucoma treatment in terms of herbal and natural treatments. Most times natural treatments take slightly longer than pharmaceutical treatments or surgeries, because you have to adjust your body towards natural and align the gut, get the gut in form and
yeah, it's a process.
It's a process, right? You wouldn't get that fast food effect. You wouldn't get like you take a tablet and you're cured in the morning.
Yeah, a quick fix.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So, in terms of this, in this way now, like if your dad Precious, if he would start implementing certain things into the diet, into the system, be it either through food or teas or medicines, right? He could even supplement with the same vitamin A, which is another good thing, right? But it would be not a fast
recovery.
Yes, it would be a process.
Yeah.
That it wouldn't be extremely slow, but it would be a process that would be taking some time and observation. And because not everything works.
Yes.
And not everything works immediately.
Before. And I want to testify to that in particular because, coming out of some pharmaceutical medication, and going over to the herbs, the effect, the no effect, so to speak, that you get from the pharmaceutical medication, you don't get that with the herbs. The herbs is a process, and as the Tavali slang going around right now, trust the process, you understand? Because in the long term, the herbs is better because now the pharmaceutical, we have a list of side effects with some of these drugs. But with the herbs, it eliminates some of those side effects, if not all. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So I just wanted to testify of that.
We have a call. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Precious.
Welcome.
I'm waiting to get the Joel number.
You'll get after the show, caller.
Okay, well, because I'm driving, so I park up, stand up.
Oh, you park. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try and get the engineer to assist you. Yes? Engineer.
Tell me something, Mr. Joel. The noonie leaf, I can drink it like tea?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Thank you.
You can drink it like a tea and infuse it with other herbs as well.
The young leaf?
That would be preferable, yes.
All right, thank you. Well, I'm waiting to get your number. And what are the time I can call you? What are the time, between what time I can call you?
Between 8 and 4 is good.
All right. Do you have an office I can visit?
Leave your number. You can leave your number with Robert as well, and I'll contact you too.
All right. My number is 360-71.
We see any number. We see any number on the phone.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
But I need your number in case you don't call me.
Yes. I'm gonna send it for you on the number I seen on the phone.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, and you can see the need. People want to start to deal with the herbs. You know what I'm saying? People want to start to deal with these herbs, and yes, because we're living in some serious times. You have a caller?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon again. I'm back for 1 minute. Mr. Tabaki back?
Hey, Tabaki, loud and clear.
Right. I want to ask the herbalist a pertinent question. Mm-hmm. Would he carefully look at the side effect of herbs and based upon the ailment, the individual, that person will want to be careful, for instance, if you're suffering high blood pressure, certain ailments, certain herbal products you would want to stay away from. Second, what would he recommend for cleaning the liver, which is one of the main herbs to clean the liver? Would he say the liver and the kidney is the two main organs in the body, but more so the liver is a filter for the body, and the liver is just about 4 pounds? Would he recommend milk thistle to clean the liver? And we also want to look at the blood. Would he recommend red clover? So ask him in terms of red clover and milk thistle, and in terms of, you want to be careful in terms of the chemical and chemistry reaction, how it will have adverse effect, even though it's natural, doses and proportion. But let me just stick to two. I don't want to run two all over. In terms of milk thistle and red clover for the blood, and milk thistle for the liver, because the liver is the main organ in the body. Can you speak to that, thanks? Out and out.
Yes. And
out and out.
Out and out.
You want to respond, Joel?
Well, I got in about two of the questions there.
Yeah.
Firstly, the kidneys is the filters for the body, not the liver. And we have a lot of bitter herbs readily available before milk thistle and red clover. Red clover is not something you would go out into the backyard. And if we're dealing with the public at large who would like to be able to treat themselves with herbs, then there are a lot of other bitter herbs that can be used to clean the liver and by extension the kidneys, right? Bitter herb, first things first. Any bitter herb would contribute towards the production of bile and proper digestion of foods, and also thin the blood and make the blood able to go pass through the kidneys properly and cleanse the system, right?
Right.
What happens in the kidneys is calcification, and that's how we get kidney stones and so on from a lot of different salts and so on. So you need proper blood flow to filter through the kidneys and to clean the system. Yes, the kidney and the liver are two very important organs, but so is the same adrenal gland, which is something overlooked, and your thyroid and all these glands. So I can't say, well, one is more important than the other. All have to work in
hand in hand,
collaboration with each other, you know.
I would agree with that. Mm-hmm.
Milk thistle, these are very good herbs, and the same red clover. A lot of people have been using the red clover for prostate cancer. And the thing is, yes, some people would have complications like hypertension and so on. Some even on medications already. So before we start any protocol, you would want to find out a history of the person, medical history, even like medical history of some of their family, their eating habits and so on. and whichever herb they decide to start with, they will start in small proportions first,
Well,
right?
Joel,
To
I
look
have
for
a
any
call on the
side
line.
effects and so on.
This
Yeah,
person
go
been
ahead.
calling a while now. Let me take this one. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Precious, and my brother there.
Yes.
Good afternoon to you.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask the herbalist there. There's a fruit, well, a seed called OB seed. I don't know if he's familiar with that seed or if he knows the benefit of OB seed.
Listen up.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Could you give us the benefit of OB seed, please, sir? Thank you.
Yeah, OBC is used to cleanse the blood, as a blood cleanser, right? The 3 drops, the seed at least once a year, and it can be grated. It looks like I don't know if you ever had carrot water growing up, or any time when you grate carrots, right? OBC is used to that effect, and it's even linked to sexual vitality as well, because anything that cleans the blood and produce blood flow and circulation, well, we need circulation and proper blood flow for the sexual organs to function properly, right? So this is one of the thing. I have some Muslim brothers. They invest heavily in the OBC and testify to it. That is one of the main go-to herbs.
Because I was just about to ask you if OB seeds are grown right here locally.
Yes. We have OB seeds in northeast Trinidad.
So many.
Well, it's a big tree, so you'll find it in heavily forested areas. It's not a herb like a small shrub or something. It's a very large tree, like the size of a chenet tree, and larger sometimes.
Okay.
Listen to me, Joel. I learned so much so far, and I hope that the viewers and listeners, they are as well, because there's a lot of herbs for nearly everything there's a herb for, So before you run to the pharmacies and different things, you should look up. I mean, we have internet now, huh? You could start to go on the internet and look and read,
Let's take this call. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Tabaki. One more time.
What is this?
Tabaki.
Tabaki, this show is for you.
That's your show, yeah.
Well, not that. It's educational.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not confrontational.
Yes.
And it's information driven.
Give
and
thanks.
this is my kind of program where information and educating the public.
Yes.
Now I tell you, have a gift. Anybody who is a herbalist is a direct gift from the ancestors.
Yes.
I wanted to say that, but let me come to the direct point. Now, I want to ask him in terms of his talk, in terms of the kidney and stone in the kidney. Now, I know there is 7 bush which you use to remove the stone in the kidney. I will just call a couple and he could take it from there. So the money bush, root and leaf, that turn red. You also want to use the same DTP, the olive, stingernettle.
Olive bush, yeah.
Yes, you want to use the black stage leaf. The corn silk, well, we could use the corn silk, that is the corn here. And we want to get the bush with the picker. He will know what I'm talking about. And the sensitive bush, open and close your eye, old lady. Now, he can take it over from there. But he could give his 7, I could give more. But can he give 7 bush for stone, to remove stone in the kidney, stone in the gallbladder? And would he recommend boiling or drawing? Because if you boil too much, you would remove the natural properties from the herbal bush. If you all want, you could give him my number. But if he can speak to the 7 bush, in other words, long time they used to call it, you want to make a lock, so to speak. Yeah? And of course with doctor medication. But if he could speak to the stone in the kidney and gallbladder and the bush that I call, if he can relate to it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much.
Let's go with let's address the kidney stones.
Yeah, Yes. And before I go on, I'd just like to say thank you, Mr. Tabakit, for engaging and, and bringing everything out to light here and a lot more information on terms of the herbs and healing and the ancestral powers. You touched on overboiling, which we draw leaves and small stems, and we boil switches and roots and barks because it is much heavier. It's a heavier molecular structure than the leaves. Mm-hmm. So the leaves can be exposed to extreme heat or else they would lose a lot of its properties. So you say that again, we draw leaves. So it's like your tea bag. You would put a tea bag into a cup of tea that is already hot tea and you draw the tea bag. But you wouldn't put the tea bag into a pot and boil your tea bag, So we draw leaves, we draw stems, like that's the extension onto the leaf. But the branch itself, we would boil the branch and we boil roots, right? If it's a dry seed, we boil the dry seed. But if it's a fresh seed, we would also draw the seed. Like the same OB seed, we would draw that. We wouldn't boil that if it's a fresh seed,
Okay.
And
kidney stones.
Kidney stones. In my experience, a lot of bitter herbs has worked for kidney stones, right? Now, in terms of severe cases, there are certain go-to herbs. My herb, the number one herb is the Pylanthus neuro, which is the we call it seed on the leaf in Trinidad and Tobago.
Well,
that is my number.
I know the seed on the leaf.
Where's the next word for it?
Pylanthus neuro, which translates to stone breaker, stone crusher.
Okay. See, information on this program.
That is one of the main for me. Right, in the severe cases, but most of the bitter herbs, your Karaili bush, the bitter gourd.
Karaili.
Okay, all right. Okay,
right,
all right.
And the ladies would use the Karaili, these leaves and the stem, even during their menstrual cycle to relieve cramp, pains, and so on symptoms.
Well, I know
right?
all that. I just know I love my fried Karaili. So put in some salt water and fry it. Crispy. Oh, God.
All right.
But it's very good that you love fried Karaili because a lot of people should incorporate that in the diet to optimize the health. It's a very good food. Very good.
I'm on the line, Joel. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon. I might get cut off anyway. Bachelor button, love vine. And the same stone crusher is what you call seed on the leaf. Bachelor button and Lavine get rid of kidney stone. I had kidney stone. My mother gave me that to drink, and I got rid of my kidney stone. I passed it out. I know that you hardly see Lavine all around.
Okay.
But when you see it, pick it and just drink it yourself. Somebody told me also it's like liver juice. They call it also.
Okay.
Clean it out. Lavine. Don't pass it at all. Pick it up and even though it's dry, you can still draw it and drink it.
Okay.
You don't want to get sick before you can use it.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Thank you very much.
We took that call. Joel, somebody's saying good afternoon. Somebody's asking, can you ask the herbalist what is good for asthma?
Hello?
Yes, you heard the question. Afisha is asking what is good for asthma.
Most anti-inflammatory herbs is good for controlling asthma, right? Now, people have been using a lot of different remedies for asthma, a lot of different remedies. Most times, asthma can be treated with a decoction with different herbs, incorporating the same anti-inflammatory as well as a few leaves and from other trees and stems and switches as well, right? No one thing works for some people. I know some people who use mainly the cannabis root, Did it for them. Some people even drank like a tincture with the same cannabis root and other things. Oh gosh, there's one cow. Oh, that's no.
Cow tongue?
It's not cow tongue. It's called. I can't remember the name, but it's also it's a small shrub that grows on the ground. The name will come to me just now. They make a drink with that. Then there's wild onion. People use wild onion and mix that with honey and make a decoction with that as well. It works for some people with that, you know. I know some people has even smoked the cannabis and gotten rid of asthma, right? So there's no one thing for asthma, and the same asthma is also a response, an inflammatory response when the respiratory tract has not been developed with beneficial bacteria. So you would find a lot of children who would spend most of their days inside and have not been exposed to the bacteria on the external, in the forest, in the yard, and so on. They might be the ones experiencing asthma in the later years, right? And feeling that constriction when they get confronted now with this environment, because the body is viewing this environment now as a foreign threat, because it never treated this environment or the organisms in this environment. So you'd find like when they go into the forest, or if they go into the yard and they start playing, now the respiratory become constricted, right? So again, optimizing with the anti-inflammatory ingredients, the gingers and so on, would be a good way of controlling the effects and the asthmatic responses, as well as they could try different formulas and see which one works for you, because I don't think you would want to give a 5-year-old cannabis to smoke. But it has been proven that even the oil,
the cannabis oil,
the CBD oil, which is the extract without the THC component in it, psychosis. This has also been proven to help in asthmatic cases as well, you know.
We have a call on the line, Joel. Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon. Very good program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good, very educational.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you, herbalists, what's the health benefits of Irish moss or sea moss? Same, you know, some people call Irish moss.
Okay.
You heard the question, Joel?
Irish moss, sea moss.
Okay, so listen off your caller. Thank you for calling. Go ahead, Joel.
Get excited, my precious.
Because I know that your juice, that your drink.
Get really excited. Go ahead, Joel.
What are the benefits of Irish moss, sea moss?
So much benefits, and if I miss anything, please do you know, crucify me for that. But so much benefits unlimited. Benefits unlimited. For one, calcium is a sure source of calcium, and we've been bombarded with the myths of the calcium from other sources and so on. But this is one of the real sources of calcium, right? The Irish moss. Wow. Especially for vegans and vegetarians and so on, who they say calcium deficient because they may not deal with other sources, right? Also for the skin, the vitamin E, the hair, benefits unlimited. You remember the Irish moss, the sea moss, not Irish moss. Sea moss actually grows off a rock and absorbs all these minerals, all these minerals from this rock, right? While extracting from the salt of the sea. So you just imagine when you convert this now into your body. Benefits unlimited. Too much.
We have a call on
Too
the
much.
line, Joel. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Precious.
Welcome.
And Robert.
Hey, good afternoon, man.
Brooklyn in the house.
Hey, they Brooklyn.
Yeah, this Brooklyn. You know, I always listening. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
I on work, but I listening.
Yeah, man.
I have my headphones and I listening, you know. She need to the bone.
Yeah, man.
So let me pin my little thing about the asthma question, right? Because when I was a young fella, they take me to all kind of doctors. I used to breathe heavily, right? The doctors them don't know what to do. They put all kind of light, all kind of thing all over my head. They do all kind of thing and they don't know.
Oh,
You see, drawing the marijuana stem, drawing it in hot water, just as the herbal they talk about, drawing the step of the marijuana. And let me tell you something. You see, our body have the medicine to heal sickness also. I only told my parents to have me sap the middle of my head, the mole of my head with my own pee. You know what I'm telling you? People will look at that as something nasty, but that's something from the African people. We used to use our healing used to come from within our own body. A lot of people don't know about them think that's deep. But they go look at that as nasty, but nothing about it was nasty. I used to have to sap my head with my pee in the morning as soon as I wake up, and then draw the marijuana stem and drink that, and that heal my problem. No doctor in heal my problem. That is what heal my problem. And I used to, you could hear me breathing from my room away. When I used to breathe, I had it bad. And I grew up and never have, right now I have no kind of mental thing, no kind of, you know. So I tell you all that was the cure that they use for me as a young fella. And I know some people listening, you know, they had children who might have that same problem. Don't look at it no way. What is in you could heal you. That is my contribution to it, all right?
Thank you so much for sharing.
All right, man.
Enjoy your day. Wow. Tell us about this piece, Joel. Because I used to a long time when you were red eye, wash your eye with the pee, you know.
That deep though. That deep. That's how you just say it, eh? Yeah, what kind of way, boy?
Is that safe though?
A lot of times the urine contain most of a lot of the same minerals and vitamins that your body just didn't have use for. So it's not to say it's a waste product, but it's actually just an excess. So this is why your urine that would be high in urea, which is high in nitrogen, and nitrogen is a very important component in anything in the plants. The plants need nitrogen to grow and get green. So we could so a lot of times the urine can be used even to boost energy and growth.
Wherein?
No.
Boost energy, you know.
If you didn't have a source of water and you had to depend on your urine, you would be able to survive and survive well.
Okay.
In extreme cases, because this is what the urine holds in it. You know what I mean? So
no.
The caller was very
No, Joel, I've been hearing from the older folks, right, my grandparents about this urine a while, eh? But because of our mind nowadays, right? We will watch it and we'll scorn and we will be like, what? You understand? But I've heard a lot of old people speak about that. I telling you, Precious. All right.
A lot of things. Even chicken pox and all, I heard people use urine baths for chicken pox. I heard one man said he cured his blindness with urine. He went blind and he drank urine and he cured himself.
Wow.
So, I mean, lots of things for us to tap into.
Let's take this call. Good afternoon.
Precious, I got the number.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you very much.
You're welcome.
But the urine, you know, it's used for so many purposes. Long time we used to trade by the fig root and all, by the cane plant, you know. But tell me something. Mr. Joel, my wife does dietary here, and I should say pretty often. And I heard it already
that dyeing your hair doesn't interfere with your eye, because she's seen about her eye, which was giving her some problem one time. These days, what's your thought on that?
Thank you so much, caller. Listen, okay. Go ahead, Joel.
What was the last question? What was the question, though? Hello?
Call us back. Call us back.
What was the last? Yeah.
Joel?
We didn't hear it.
Yeah,
we
we
was...
was...
the speaker inside here, but I thought you would have heard it. So call us back. Ingrid is saying we need to stop eating things with our face. So I need to cut out meat, fish. I love my shrimp. As long as it have a face, don't eat it.
But in terms of the dye in the hair,
I started
not only
using
the
henna. Like about 3 years
Pardon?
now, I started using henna in my hair to dye my hair.
Yeah. Well, not only the eyes it would affect, because if you put something synthetic into your skull, sometimes I know if you put a bit of herb in your hair, you will taste it in the back of your throat. So this means whatever you put into the hair and it's absorbed through the pores, it could reach into your system. So it may not affect only the eyes, it may affect your thyroid, it may affect a lot of different things, you know.
Wow. Let's take this call. Good afternoon. Welcome. Mr. Bagel.
Good afternoon, guys.
So big,
how are you?
We good. How are you?
Well, I'm enjoying the topic with the herbalist. But I'm saying you have to be in it to know it. My little daughter, she got asthma. We noticed that we found out that she had asthma when she was 2 years old. Right? So now she is 21 going on 22. And well, she was taking the tablets of the Astelin, and then they put you on the Ventolin and so forth, not the pump, the syrup. And due to a friend of mine tell me, they gave me 3 remedies, but I only did 2. Right? Using the weed root, draw it and give her tea. And also, as she was so young, letting her do swimming. It helps the lungs and all these things. And I can tell you that it works. And it's about 12 to 13 years she has not got an asthma attack. And you could picture a little child at 2 years. She was very busybody. It's called she happy feet. So she was very juvenile, always all over it. So you know she would her belly would rumble and she would wheeze and all this. And we had to get rid of like teddy bears and carpets and all these things. So I was on the Facebook and hearing other people asking about it now. So you know the not smoking it, you're drawing it and drink it, and swimming also helps, because you know with asthma is a mucus in the lungs that does give you that asthma thing. And we also used to use African sea coconut. Also, we used to use that. I'm never out of African sea coconut, and that also helped with asthma. If I have other things, one lady did tell me put a snail and put the honey in, but I was frightened to use it. An ageable woman, I was frightened to use it, so I just use the weed root and the swimming exercise and them things that help. So you guys, I love the program. Lock on and listen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bagel. We on the countdown to the commercial break, Joel. I want you to address this question before we go, though. Somebody's asking, what about cystic ovarian? And what are some recommended herbs for cystic ovarian reduction?
Hello?
You heard the question?
Yes. Okay. Just making sure still on.
Yeah.
Right. So again, the gut again. And you know, many times we look for the external cure first before changing the lifestyle. many times we encounter these problems due to the food that we've been ingesting for a period of time, and not only is the food toxic, but it's also creating an overgrowth of estrogen in the body. And the body has to deal with it in such a way. Your body is an intelligent system. Everyone's body works in favor with them. Even if it appears to be a disease or a sickness, your body is actually working intelligently to help itself and to function and to survive. So, saying that to say, getting the diet right, first things first, before even thinking about using a herb, using a pharmaceutical, or even going to the practitioner. Get your diet right. This is your basic tool, and something that you have to do every single day. You have to eat, right? Get your diet right.
Okay.
These polycystic
ovary. Thank you so much, Joel. If I tell you, we really, really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to, spend almost 2 hours with us here on the VNR show. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you so much. It's always a great topic when you on air feeding the information to the nation.
For sure.
So we have to go because we have the ads to play. And I want to thank you so much for spending your time with us this afternoon.
Time well spent. Be clear.
Anything?
Yeah, Joel, it's always a blessing to have you. All right, I learned so much, So, and I hope the nation listened, right? And again, before you run out to the pharmacy, go on the internet and see what herb, or probably you could DM me as well. All right?
Thank you so much, Joel. I'll give you a call.
Precious, the same noni juice is also very good and effective with the same polycystic.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Great knowledge. Thank you so much.
All right,
okay,
Joel.
so Jam, you heard what he said. He said the same
noni
juice is really good for ovarian cysts as well. So guys, that's all the time we have. I know we went through a little challenges with the phone call because we had Joel on one of the lines and then we was only working with one. So I know a lot of you guys didn't get through, but who knows? Maybe we'll have Joel on the program again sometime soon. Everybody on the Facebook, everybody on the YouTube, thank you guys so much. Robert, thank you for getting the herbalist on the program.
Yes, anytime.
And we're going for the break.
Yeah, of
and
course.
When we come back, we have the news.
Yes.
Y'all keep it locked.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM.
Every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
For the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinal Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Showin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
You don't need a mic to amplify your voice or a pen to rewrite history. You don't have to be a legend to inspire or use a podium to be a leader or have a title to be called successful. You don't need a classroom to be educated or even a radio to hear this message. And the world is yours to mold. All you need is passion and a deep connection to what you believe in. And you can make anything happen. When life is on, you can be mobile.
Be mobile. Just be.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery